Do you guys know Matt Rife? He's the comedian who tells jokes. 30% of the time, sometimes people laugh at those jokes. He has a stand-up special on Netflix, and he also has a face. So if you know that about him, then you should also know he's probably doing well in life, since he's quote unquote a comedian and not quote unquote a scammer. But apparently this lady doesn't seem to think so, because she's marrying a man by the name of Matt Rife. That's what's happening today. We have another celebrity catfish scandal gone wrong, and these are my favorite because it's pretty easy to go online on the internet and look at them and be like, no. But these old deluded handbag ladies, for some reason in their heads, they're like, I'm going to look past everything. I'm going full delulu. And they just never seem to believe that people who are 50 years younger than them are not trying to bang them at any given opportunity. I don't know what you were smoking in the 1950s, grandma, but not everyone is trying to get into your grandma panties. Sorry. I just like to say I'm feeling actually quite sick today. I have my condition, CVS, and I've taken medication, so I'm kind of in the clouds. If I say anything unfiltered, please forgive. Thank you. What was I talking about? Hey, people always ask me, Suvi, how do you do these edits that you do?
Imagine a world where the internet suddenly vanishes. No warning, no explanation, it's just gone.
That wasn't stock footage, because it couldn't possibly be. It was 100% AI generated. For this, I use NVIDIA AI V3. With NVIDIA, you just type in what you want. Like, what would life without the internet look like? And it actually spits out a full edited cinematic video. This isn't just one clip. This is a full publish ready video. No timeline, no learning curve. Want only AI clips? Tick a box. Want it fast? Keep it under 1 minute and boom. First cut in minutes. That's your vision, fully formed, no editors, no waiting. Want to change stuff? It's as simple as typing into a prompt. You can also add your voice by typing add my voice. Boom. Or even translate it. How about French? So whether it's a horror film, fake car ad, or Zeus giving you advice, NVIDIA AI V3 lets you create pretty much anything and makes you look good doing it. Try NVIDIA AI V3 for free. Save hundreds on editing, voiceovers, animation, and more. Oh yes, of course, Catfish and Matt Rife, the combination that goes together like rocks and other rocks. So that's what we got today. Also, I really need to tell you something about the lady as soon as I see her, but this is what we got. It's a old lady, it's a 1 hour episode, and it has a very sad ending, so you're gonna want to stick around. Let's take a look at this amazing catfish, shall we say. I think her name's like Mandy.
My love, my heart, my forever, happy Valentine's Day, my beautiful wife.
This woman thinks she's getting married.
What did I say? Mindy? Mancy? Her name is Nancy.
After receiving a ring in the mail.
So he asked you to marry him?
Yes. And tattooing his name.
MSR.
Matt's sexual Rife. Man, okay, so this lady got not only a ring by Matt Rife, but she's already doing the thing. She got herself a tattoo of Matt Rife. I don't know if I've seen this on Catfish before. Like, somehow this feels like a bridge too far already, doesn't it? There's been a lot of Delulu, but like getting a tattoo, I guess at least you could play it off like it's a fan, but she did also get it on her ring finger. So that's bad. But there is something worse. She's married. Still. So that's bad, you know. My husband gave me the ring. Matt Rife gave me the ding dong. I don't know.
Nancy is getting ready to come into $2 million after...
All right, hold on. That picture of Nancy looks exactly like my favorite director, James Cameron. He's the guy who made the Titanic. And Nancy looks like she could have been on it. You should Google James Cameron. I think you'll have a good laugh at that.
Can't this just be real and let me be happy?
Guys, this case is crazy.
So those are the little things there. And then we start off with Drew. Drew's my favorite. By the way, this is sort of like neither here nor there. Potentially, maybe, I might be doing a video with these amazing people. You should subscribe to them. I would love to do a video with them. I don't know what exactly we would do, but I would love to. Anyway, Drew, my favorite dude, he hits you with this is crazy, guys. That's how he comes out with there. You know it's good when he hits you with crazy. So like there's an epidemic of old ladies getting horny over younger men that they probably didn't see around their days. There's, you know, a bigger epidemic of men doing that, and it's creepy. We don't, for some reason, seem to think it's as creepy when a old lady goes for a young man, but in my opinion, it is pretty creepy, especially when that woman is married still currently and has a kid who's older than the person she's trying to date. I feel like that's a problem, but anyway, it's Nancy herself has not really admitted the problem. It's actually Nancy's daughter who's seeking help from the team. There's a very ugly picture in the background. You guys should get rid of it. I think it's haunting your house. Thank you.
Goes as far as believing that when he's on stage and she texts him.
Oh, she admitted it's not Matt Rife. How is she trying to be Matt Rife's wife if she knows that it's not Matt Rife? That's not right. What?
He responds in the middle of his show. She messages them all day long.
Oh, okay. So Matt Rife says the classic, "Hey babe, have you eaten?" Which is just like, I don't know. I feel like, because all of the scammers are from Nigeria, I feel like they just understand, like, from one African person to another, "Have you eaten?" is the sexiest thing you can say. I know if someone asks me that, I'm like, oh, that's a very beautiful thing. I'm from Africa. I love when people ask, "Have you eaten? Have you drank?" And it's very, you're taking care of me. It's always nice to hear Matt Rife ask if I've eaten. Somehow that doesn't actually seem nice. Actually, that feels like it's sarcastic. His face on anything just makes it seem more sarcastic than it needs to be.
When are you going to send me money? When are you going to buy gift cards? That's really like the long and short of all they talk about.
Of course, that's what Matt Rife is known for saying. One of his comedy stand-up taglines is, "You gonna get me them gift cards, girl?" I remember that. It's from his special, "Get me those fucking gift cards."
She has sent close to $100,000 and will not stop.
Old people really do be having money, don't they? Like, and none of us know what the old people jobs were. And you know they had some dank ass jobs back in the day, like chimney sweeper and shit. How's that gonna buy you a house nowadays? You used to sweep chimneys, now you can afford like a 6-bedroom house. Some of us is like, you know, owners of our own companies still trying to pay rent. People really had it different, man. You know the economy is good when you're old, when you can afford to get scammed and still live. Like, that's baller.
The person on the other end said, "Send the gift cards, we can invest it in a home together."
I know a few things about Matt Rife. I know he's white. I've seen that before. And I also know that he is a savvy investor. Usually he uses gift cards. I know this. I also use gift cards to pay for many things, like attention, my dignity, and other people's meals. Wow. Gift cards. Certainly not something I want to blow up.
Gift cards.
Her obsession has taken a toll on the entire family, and she and my stepdad are in the process of separating after.
I should fucking hope so, actually. After hearing what I've heard about Matt Rife and their lovely union and / gift cards, I think that the stepdad should move on. He should get some gift cards of his own and find a wife. I don't know who. Maybe he could like put a gift card in a machine and Jennifer Aniston come. I don't know.
After 43 years of marriage.
Been married 43 years and
they've been married longer than Matt Rife has been born. Their marriage lasted longer than her current boo's existence on Earth. That's fire. That's high. That's called moving on. That's called cradle robbing. I don't know what that's called. Man, she literally was like, "My husband suck. I'm gonna go on TikTok and find a boyfriend." You got a TikTok boyfriend? Oh my God. Nancy, wake up.
probably the last 30 have been miserable for them, but they stuck it out, and now they just don't want to stick it out anymore.
All right. Since when does marriage and sticking it out go together? Like, why do people speak about marriage like it's a basketball game? Like, we just got to stick it out. I know when things are not going good right now, we stick it out till the third and fourth quarter, then we'll be dead real soon. You're not supposed to talk about marriage like it's a basketball game. She actually literally said they got married and the first 10 years was okay. The other 33 was sucky. 33 years of not being with someone you want. I'm not getting married, man. I'm sorry. This is the only finger, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it anymore. After watching enough Catfish, I'm going to get catfished into getting married. I can tell that.
They're selling their home and set to split $4 million from the sale.
Adult Protective Services has been called. We've had social workers to the house. We've had sheriffs to the house.
You had sheriffs. What is the sheriff gonna do with Matt Rife? Sheriff's gonna look at Matt Rife. He's gonna be like, Nancy, please stop Matt Rifing. Look at this. Oh my God. Nancy, don't double tap. Oh, Nancy, how many gift cards do you have? Oh my God. You need a sheriff. Someone with a badge comes in. He's like, I'm the owner of this town, and we don't Matt Rife in this town. We don't even allow him in this city. He made one woman laugh so hard she died. He's a menace. Matt Rife. That probably wasn't true.
All telling her this is not real. This is not real. Like, I don't know if she'll ever believe it, but it's not who she thinks it is. I just hope she'll open her eyes before she gets all this money.
Yes, she's opened her wallet and not her eyes, and also her thighs. So, you know, the current like daughter is looking at Matt Rife like, you could be my new dad. I don't know if I want that to happen. It's a real dire situation. I'm desperate and need help before she loses everything, because as we've also heard, Nancy is in the process of splitting with her husband, and of course splitting the house. $4 million down the middle is $2 million a pop. Nancy's set to be a millionaire, and she's just waiting to throw that away. I'm just really considering creating OnlyFans for grandmas. I really think that I think that I can make some money doing that.
Sincerely, Amanda.
I mean, you have this woman that's been married for
43 years, sir.
what, 43 years?
Yeah.
And she thinks she's dating he's 29, a 29-year-old comedian.
I never heard of Matt Rife.
Oh, Drew. Where have you been lately? He says with those glasses on. Drew is not caught up with the community. Drew needs to Google that Matt Rife. He's just busy sitting, twiddling his thumbs, texting other men. Stop catfishing people in your spare time and look at the Matt Rife in front of you. I'm sorry, can I look at some of your old searches? I thought you said, what is Whole Foods here? Oh, yeah, okay, confirmed. He's a Golden State Warriors fan. So he Googled that in the past. He also Googled Warriors vs. Rockets. So he really, really was into this Warriors series. Also Wordle and Walmart. Didn't know why he needs to Google Walmart. Also Wingstop. Drew, chill out, bro. Whiskey? Drew, what kind of Warriors game are you watching? Oh, by the way, can I ask on the comment section, do people like Matt Rife? I don't know. Some people are like, oh man, he's so attractive, which is probably like the weirdest thing I ever heard someone say to a comedian. Like, you know, we put that aside usually. Like Mr. Bean is the sexiest man. I don't know if I could compete with that guy, but he got them patches on the back of his jacket. It's hard not to see that he's a beautiful soul, but like, I think he's funny beyond anything. I always thought being a comedian meant you had to be funny first. But I always hear people say Matt Rife is good looking. I never heard someone say Matt Rife is funny. And if they said that, they were probably lying. But anyway, I just want to know your opinion on Matt Rife. Could you please, is he funny? I don't really know much about him. It turns out Nancy doesn't actually want help. It's more the daughter. But the team is like, look, we need to help her. So they actually, at this point, I feel like they're just flying everywhere and anywhere. They actually fly to go to her house to see if they could help her out, which is like really noble / maybe they had other things to do there. Nancy doesn't actually want to talk to the crew, so David decides let's pick up some flowers. Then him and Bree walk out looking like husband and wife, and behind them follows my boy Drew, who looks like their adopted child. It's a funny scene, like Matt Rife comedian funny. Let's move on.
Hi, those are beautiful.
So do you watch our channel? You mentioned it.
Basically, I know you go after people that are catfishing.
I'll give you kind of like a spiel of like who we are and what we do. So I'm really good at doing like...
So I saw someone actually in the comments say that like it felt pretty uncomfortable seeing how the mom, because she's like in her 60s, be sitting like this, almost like a teenager on the couch with her like feet up and like her legs in that weird position, like slumped over. And like, I don't know what it is, but it does feel uncomfortable, but I can't explain it. I'm really glad someone said that in the comments, because it felt like I was trying to put it into words, but I didn't know. Does anybody else feel that? Like she's just like giving off this weird energy, like a teenager who they're like people are trying to have an intervention with, and the teenager doesn't want to listen, but she's an older lady. Also, the other thing I find hilariously funny is that David and Bree are sitting on one side of the couch. Drew, for whatever reason, is sitting smack next to this lady. He has all the place on the couch in the world. He decided, I'm going to sit next to this lady. I just find it very funny, the seating position that they've chosen.
Online research, brands come on to run the research team. And so what we want to do is we want to work with people, get all the information, but it only works if people give us all the information.
Oh my God.
I feel you, Drew. I feel you, bro. I don't know what to say. Like, I would be pretty weirded out if there was like an old person being like, oh, come on, bro. Just let me date Sweeney Todd. What's her name? Sydney Sweeney. I called her Sweeney Todd. I'm sorry.
I am like so overstressed.
Oh my God, I'm so overstressed, bro. Please just let me date girl who is currently popular in society right now. Jenny Ortega. I don't know what she's from. I remember the name from the Weekend movie.
I've got to find a place to live. I got to get somebody to come and move all this shit.
Oh, damn. Always feels weird hearing old people just like cuss. And she did it like one of us. Cause like, you know, old people, they swear differently. They don't say shit. They're like, shit. Like they like overpronounce it because they don't know how to do it as well as us. But she said it like, she let that roll off the tongue. She's like, somebody move all this shit. She said it like an angry mom, like a Karen.
I've just got so many things going on. Why can't y'all just let me be and be happy?
Oh, she from the 60s, huh? That's a 60s phrase. Why can't you all let me be is a 60s. That's a Woodstock phrase right there. That's a I didn't shower for 4 weeks type phrase.
Us?
Nancy agreed to open up to us, so our team set up some cameras and tried to get as much information as we could about this Matt Rife profile.
So can you give us like a...
Okay, she's still sitting like a weirdo. If anybody wants to look at her weird feet, go ahead. I don't know. She seems to have now opened up. The gang has convinced her with flowers and Drew's calming presence next to her. She will now describe her life, her relationship, and how she fell in love with beautiful and also funny comedian Matt Rife.
I met this one. I don't know why I got married.
What was it like in this relationship made you want to get married?
Nothing. I don't know why I married him.
Ladies like Nancy are the reason I'm afraid to get married. One day you put your all into the, person. Like, I don't know, if you're looking at the guy's photos, he seems very happy. He seems like he's completely in love. Maybe you think that you're absolutely everything to this person, and one day they just turn around and they say something like, I was never in love with you. I don't know exactly why I even did it. And there's a hotter comedian called Kevin Hart, and he is a sexy 5'3", and I want to just climb on top of him. I don't know. The point is, I personally am very scared to get married for that reason. I think I'm a good judge of character. I think I probably am just saying this because I'm on the meds, but Nancy is really making me afraid to get married.
I never loved him, but it was like, what else am I going to do? I got a kid.
Companionship, or are you looking just...
I don't know if it was really companionship or... I like being alone.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Nancy? You don't like him. You don't like company. You don't like company. What are you doing? You like those people who like eat the food and they're like, oh, I hate chocolate ice cream. And then they continue to eat it and you're like, why do you keep doing this? And you're like, because it's there. Just, ugh. Nancy, ugh.
I love being alone. When this house is empty.
You can't say that when you're getting fleeced for $100,000 from a fake Nigerian Matt Rife, okay? You can't say the words, I love being alone, unless that's the byproduct of you losing all your money and you're on the streets being like, it's good here, actually.
I'm in heaven.
Are you though? Are you? Because if you're in heaven, I should go straight to hell, because I don't know if I want a heaven where Matt Rife is making some mediocre jokes and his wife is a James Cameron lookalike. I don't know if I need that.
I could go for months and not talk to anybody or see anybody, and I'd be happy as can be.
So is this the first time in your life you've ever...
You literally can't go a day without talking to fake Matt Rife. You absolute tart. Oh my God. Nancy is aggravating me. Nancy's making me antsy.
Is this the first time in your life you've ever been in love?
I think so, yes. That's pretty sad, huh? 71 years old.
Oh, she's 71? I thought she was like 60. Oh, they could fit 2 Matt Rifes into her. She'd like that, wouldn't she?
MILFs. How is a MILF?
1 hour of Matt Rife comedy best stand-up TikTok compilation 2. Handicap crowd work compilation?
I don't know. I was scrolling through either YouTube or TikTok one day, and I never heard of the guy before.
You are 71 and look like James Cameron, and also look like you boarded the RMS Titanic as one of its first passengers and survived the event, only to then watch the movie again and give it a mediocre rating. Anyway.
Comedy routines, and I went, holy shit. This guy's hysterical.
He's very witty.
Very smart.
Is he? Are we gonna skip right past David saying he's witty? I don't know if he's witty. I don't know. I'm Rife. That's like calling Dave Chappelle a tanned comedian. Like, it's kind of like a weird characterization, isn't it? Anyway, so she loves the Matt Rife, and then she says, "You are so funny. The segment was hilarious." Matt Rife comedy replies, "I'm glad you liked it," which is great. And then she sees this as an opportunity to slide in that DM. Maybe we can get to know each other. Classic meeting of a 71-year-old old bag and a 29-year-old comedian.
And how it started. And then all of a sudden, he's on my DM, and I'm like, okay, we'll see what this does, you know?
Yeah, what a lying bitch. You slid into his DM by posting a public comment. So then Matt Rife says, "You are so beautiful," and you gotta wear your glasses or something, dude. Matt Rife looks absolutely, he looks like a Nickelodeon character in that photo, by the way. He looks hilarious.
Here we are. We talk every day. Like, it hit me so hard because I'd been without it for so long.
What? Matt Rife? Okay.
Somebody actually cares about me? Somebody actually thinks I'm attractive still?
Oh, wow. Man, my meds kicked in. So I read that as "you are gross." Bro, it says "you are gorgeous." Damn, I just see what I wanted to see.
You know, how does that happen? I told him, dude, I'm old enough to be your grandmother.
And I like that she added dude. She's like, let me appeal to the kids. Dude, you're like half my age, bruh. Do you really want to fuck me? Sorry.
What's the common phrase for that one?
The common phrase for that one is delusional. The uncommon phrase is fucking weird. The phrase that I would use is terrible. And the phrase that the internet is currently using is ha 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 ha. You got your money taken, old lady.
Think if I went to one of his shows or something, I probably wouldn't laugh.
Bitch, you literally called him hysterical just now. How are you gonna backtrack that far and say you wouldn't laugh at his show? What kind of weird thing is it to be in love with someone and also be his number one hater? The only person that didn't laugh is the person I'm banging tonight, who's also my grandma, Nancy. What the hell am I even...
But I have my own weird sense of humor. Very dark, very over the top, you know, and not a lot makes me laugh.
Got a dark sense of humor. She's 71 and she got a dark sense of humor. You know that shit is about World War II and stuff. She's hitting those World War II jokes like there's no tomorrow. People come over, they're like, I can't. Grandma's a bit too real for this world, man. She's got a few things to say that I can't really say around my friends. I know that grandma is writing some jokes in the basement that can never see the light of day.
I'll crack myself up before somebody else will.
Damn. She's trying to date a comedian who she thinks is hysterical but won't laugh and would rather laugh at her own humor and has worse humor than him. Nancy sounds like she want to date herself, really.
I think it was in the news recently, within the last few months, Matt Rife has a girlfriend?
Mariah Morse?
What's up with that?
What's up with you knowing her name? That's freaky. That was sleuthy. Man, she barely knows how to use TikTok and stuff like that. Now she knows the name of Matt Rife's probably actual girlfriend. You gotta feel sorry for Matt Rife in this moment. The fact that like his public information is being compromised by these people. I don't know anything about him like that much, whether you like him or not, but this is a bridge too far.
Good question. He says it's not. Well, I still have Instagram. I've talked to him on the phone.
Instagram should not be for people who are too young and people who are old and incompetent. Like, you have to pass a competency test. Like, they have tests for driving, right? You can't just get on the road if you're old enough. You're like, I've seen cars. Just because you've seen the movie doesn't mean you can fucking drive one, okay? Secondly, I feel like the same thing should happen to people going on Instagram. They show you a picture of Mark Zuckerberg and then it says, hey, can I buy you dinner? And if you try and reply, it shuts your phone down. It's like, nope, not today. You're not going to give away your money to fake Mark Zuckerberg. Stop this. You can't. I feel like they need to have like some sort of internet literacy test because these people are failing with flying colors.
I mean, he'll send me a video of himself.
My love, my heart, my forever, happy Valentine's Day, my beautiful wife.
Sounds correct. That sounds exactly like Matt Rife. It just sounds like him.
No matter how far apart we are, my love for you knows no distance.
Yes. A 29-year-old talking like a Shakespearean idiot. It sounds this sounds like a 71-year-old's fantasy right now. A younger man who can speak the language that she grew up with, thine old English.
Like nickel and something, a couple of different metals together. And it had been dusted with like white gold dust. Well, as soon as that wore off, it starts turning my finger green.
Maybe you're Shrek, who knows? Maybe you've uncovered your secret identity. Shrek. Get a donkey. See what happens. Matt Rife says, I found a ring for you, and surely he found it in the garbage because when he gave it to her, it turned her finger got gangrene.
That's not the same ring.
It's a different ring.
Did he ask your ring size before he sent it, or?
Yeah. I mean, I have said all of my life, I will never get a tattoo. Ever.
I'll get back to that in a second. So she got a ring from Matt Rife. Matt Rife he's ballin', and he can send rings to the finest of bitches, including Nancy. And so he sends her a ring. It's dusted in white gold and Cheetos and other things, I'm assuming. And she's smitten, even though the crew already explains that the ring in the video is different. And also, just sending a ring through mail is the sexiest thing you can do. I want to get married through a telephone. Fuck it, I'll get married through a email. Probably shouldn't have said that. Reasons I will talk about way later on this channel. Anyway, let's get back to her talking about her tattoo.
And one day I was driving past a tattoo place and I just pulled in and I had them put the MSR on my ring finger.
I'm sorry. Did she say she will never get a tattoo? Can we rewind just a few seconds to when she lifts her arm up and you can clearly see a tattoo on her arm? This lying mother flipper.
Which is Matthew Stephen Rife.
For Matt Rife?
Mm-hmm. I don't care.
Yeah, Granny. Fuck it, I don't care.
And then I told him, Matt is he's like my core.
I thought you were going to say he's like your grandson.
I don't know. Was always needing
Yet again, grandma just throwing out them bombs, right? Matt Rife is the love of my life. He's always needing things though, isn't he? What a brat. So Matt Rife unfortunately is broke.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
His managers took his jokes away from him. His managers like sucked the jokes out of him, and now he doesn't have any more jokes, unfortunately. So that's what happened. Babe, I have terrible news. I love when people start with babe. My previous management team put everything in their names. Now I don't know how to tell jokes anymore. Every time I turn on a mic, I just start singing badly into it, and they tell me to get off the stage or not the weekend.
We went to one of his shows.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where
it was packed. LA. Maybe the second, third row, we were really close to him.
Couple things happening here. One, David and Bree flexing much. They said they were in the third row of a Matt Rife show. You would think I died and went to heaven if I went into a Matt Rife show. That must be pretty hard to hear as Nancy, who is the self-proclaimed wife of Matt Rife, has to hear that the people who are now in her house actually watched him live, and she has not watched him live. That's her husband, and she doesn't even like his jokes. That's just shameful. Okay, so Matt Rife is also currently engaged in a lawsuit trying to get his jokes back because his management stole his jokes and hid them somewhere. And then he says, just send me a gift card, which we all know is what lawyers like to accept. They accept gift cards and Monopoly money.
I didn't send cash to him. I sent it to his assistant.
Is that his assistant though, or an old lady? Is that his assistant or just some old lady on Photoshop though? Do you think his assistant would be 600 years old, or like just thinking out loud here?
Did you send cash to Michelle previously before that?
I think I sent $1,000 previously before that. Yeah.
And she got that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she spread it out.
She fanned it out. She fanned out your money. When you take money to the bank, do they do this? Have you ever seen a banker hold it to his ear and do money phone or something? Why would you think this is real? Oh my God.
Oh, she
did? And took a picture.
And then she texted you?
Yeah, and sent me a picture.
So it never made it, so somebody stole it?
Yeah, it just disappeared.
Babe, I need you to send more money to Michelle. The package didn't make it in it this time. Oh, it's tough.
I don't know her. I've never met her. I've never spoken to her.
But you have sent her $1,000. These old people are crazy with money. Like, I get it. We spend money on some dumb shit. I get that. But bruh, this is the old people experience. I'm gonna experience being married to Matt Rife is like, that's a bridge. That's too far, man. Like, at this point, you go to a VR cafe, learn how to use Blender, make yourself a Matt Rife for all I care. Come on, man. Don't be spending money to random people just to get your hopes up.
I mean, unless you can find something in there.
Oh, all right. You don't have any surprising pictures, do you?
This is that moment that Bree looks at the phone. You know, Bree has been flashed before. And if anybody's wondering where Drew is, he's like, I'm not dealing with these old people anymore. He has left the building. Drew is taking the day off because he has seen some granny titties beyond his like comprehension. I feel like once you've seen some of those, you deserve some like time off work or something, paid vacation. So Bree's taking one for the team. She asks as well, like, is there going to be like some illicit pictures? But Nancy says no, and thank God we don't see none of that.
This came from?
I have no idea. I've never even seen this.
So you paid for your own checks. You just didn't know it.
That would be bullshit.
Nancy's learning, guys. She's learning about scams. It's like she's a little baby all over again.
I got booted out of the Apple store. They wouldn't let me buy any more gift cards. I've got...
Then Nancy says that the Apple store kicked her out for buying too many gift cards. Do you know how bad it is for a store to kick you out for you trying to give them money? Do you know what it would take for a store like Apple to be like, I don't think you should be doing this anymore? That's like insanity. I don't know how much he must have spent before the Apple tech was like, unless you're gonna buy a MacBook, just leave, please. That's absolutely wild.
Already 4 credit cards that are closed.
That's
because
disgusting.
I charged everything on my credit
Disgusting.
cards. They're at their limit. And then my bank got mad at me. And
oh my God, do you know how bad you have to be for your bank to get mad at you? Your bank has to treat you like its parent and be like, stop spending money, Nancy. I'm not going to bail you out anymore. Oh my God, her bank is going to spank her.
Can't this just be real and let me be happy?
Matt Rife's going to make you happy? I'm sorry. Nancy, if Matt Rife is the only thing standing between you and happiness, you gotta relook at your life. I mean, Matt Rife seems to be a lovely man. He's got everything that you could possibly want. 2 eyes. He's got a lot of, yeah. So anyway, Nancy, you need to look in the mirror or something. Like, you are crazy if you think this is going to be the thing. You're 71. You don't have that many years left to start feeling happy just for the sake of it. I'm telling you, if you need a 29-year-old comedian telling you jokes and looking like a fish to make you happy, I don't know if you're ever going to find happiness. So that's the saddest part. So they talked to a woman named Angie, I think, who they tried to get, because Angie is at the same address that Michelle is at, but they couldn't get a hold of her. And then Angie says something like terrifying. She says Nancy has died, which I feel like is it's a guesstimation, but I think so.
Do you know a Nancy?
So we got a suspicious trio of white ladies. It's a white old lady triangle right now, and we don't know what's gonna go on. Someone needs to solve this elderly white triangle.
What I did yesterday is, like, when we were sitting down, I went
farted, and then he didn't tell anyone, probably. What a guy.
Took a bunch of pictures of the ring.
Sorry, I thought you farted and didn't tell anyone. That makes way more sense than what I said. Yeah, carry on.
Uploaded them to our reverse image search, and when I uploaded them to our reverse image search, I got this.
Oh my God. Temu? They ever need to rebrand, just put like that hyphen thing at the ooh, this Temu. Ling Mei woman's bohemian wedding ring, halo design, multi-row, white synthetic, 84% off. Man, this is a hell of a sale.
And it was like $1.
Wow, this is a really good sale.
He owns a few.
I found a house in Matt's hometown.
Ohio?
In Ohio.
Why she say it like she's like freaked out? Like, Ohio? Where he's from? Owns a house? There? That's not the crazy part. The crazy part is an old lady thinking that she's dating Matt Rife. But okay.
And so this is the house that he owns.
Oh my God. Why would you buy a house that's so blurred out like that? The fuck? Oh, of course, house is probably not blurred out.
For a year, Nancy had been sending all of this money thinking she was investing in a home her and Matt Rife had purchased together. But now it was time to go over the videos that she had received.
Oh, this is gonna blow her mind. This is my favorite part of any of these catfish episodes. It's like trying to tell an old person about AI is like a bit too next level, because like sometimes I see my mom and I'm like gave her my old iPhone and I see her struggling with like basic things like turning it on and stuff like. I did her dirty there. She knows how to use iPhone, but like not that well. The point is, like, sometimes I see people using stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna give my grandma an iPad and expect her to know how to navigate that. Now, if you put AI into it and you're like, oh, that's his face, but that is his voice, but it's being emulated through a machine that's recognizing patterns and then using them to like text anything, then it's like. Because, you know, back in them days, they used to have games like you'd spin a top on concrete and that was like fun. So technology has advanced.
My heart, my forever. Happy Valentine's Day.
I mean, wouldn't that make you so fucking awesome?
Hey, chill out, James Cameron. Why are you fucking swearing all over the place? Kids are watching this. Oh, well, not really, but yeah, chill out.
And there's absolutely nothing I hate more than talking to my fucking phone.
Hey, chill out, Matt Rife. Old people are watching this. You swear in front of an old lady like this? So they show her the original video in which Matt Rife is plugging his concert, and then they show her the faked AI video. It sounds very monotone. It's, you know, emulating the voice without any of the cadence, and, you know, she's just looking at it like, I don't know, man. Seems legit. He could have just said both of them.
There's no change in his pitch, in his voice.
And Matt Rife has a lot of personality.
Hey, you didn't know him 5 minutes ago. You just Googled who he was. I looked at your Google history. If you said anything about the Warriors, I'd be like, Drew knows exactly about the Warriors and also Wingstop and whiskey. But you don't know Matt Rife like I know Matt Rife. His middle name? Stively.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
animated.
Right.
And they used AI software, ran this through the AI software using a voice similar to Matt Rife's.
I just went.
Do you know what that's going to sound like, Brie? Do you know what that's going to sound like to her? It might as well be that, honestly, because you spoke like one of them, you know, those hackers in movies, like, I just emulated the 4th degree, then I put this up, I zoomed in by 2x3 image, I cropped the sensors, and then I added Majulio juice to it. Oh, and then 3, 2, 1, and then click a button, and then the picture gets bigger. That's what happened. That's all she heard. She heard code. It's too hard to explain this. You gotta like really figure out a different way to like explain this to the people.
Hi, my name is Nancy. I love all of you, and I live in San Jose.
Drew, stick to watching the Warriors game. This is not a good example, man. It obviously doesn't sound like her or anything. That's crazy. Drew, this is not a good example. So now comes that part we were watching a while ago. That lady said Angie had died. Everyone was like, oh, what the hell? I'm not Angie, Nancy. All of them could have died. I don't know. And Brienne messages back. Brienne's like really good with like people. She clearly understands how to like get to the bottom of like how people feel. She explains her situation, what they're trying to do, and she actually gets a call back from Angie who says, I was talking about a different Nancy, which makes sense. All white people know 3 Nancys. That's a fact. Count.
This is Angie. Okay, so I'm confused here.
Hi, Angie.
So I'm thinking of Nancy
Yes, Nancy bullshit.
is who I thought you meant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, her name is Nancy.
Yeah, her name is Nancy LaShit.
She shared your information because she had sent cash in a package to your address.
Drew holding the GoPro in the background is honestly giving that like he's their adopted child vibes. He's like, I'm gonna film you guys. Y'all could use your phone or something. I mean, you don't need the GoPro, right? Right? Need the GoPro? I'm gonna put you guys onto some game. Get some DJIs, honestly. Them GoPros is not as good anymore.
Oh, okay, yes, that's my roommate.
Oh, that's your roommate. So it's interesting because on the package it says Michelle.
Oh, wow. There you go. Yeah, Drew looks really, really, I don't know. You guys can explain what that look was. Drew looks like he's in the movie Jurassic Park and he saw a dinosaur take a shit for the first time.
Angie.
Yeah, right, because I live here, so she lives with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I asked, is your roommate talking to someone online? She said, yes, she is.
Turns out Angie had a roommate called Michelle. And Michelle, get this, has also been catfished by one Matt Rife. So it turns out Matt Rife has double dipped the chip and he has 2 old white ladies on either side of his hip. Matt Rife, a 2-timer, Really? Not really. It's just a catfish. But anyway.
Do you know if Michelle is talking to someone online?
Yes, she is. And let me get her right now because, oh.
Hey, Drew, chill out.
MG, this is crazy. Michelle.
Man, I feel like if you take Drew in some sort of like Disneyland thing, his like head will just explode. Like, what? That's gonna be Drew.
So the reason why I reached out is because we are on this journey.
Shout out to the guy from behind to the left of Drew filming on one thing on his iPhone and the other thing on the GoPro with the same angle. That's like, this is what I call coverage, is setting all your cameras in the same exact space. So in case you miss it with one camera, you can get the other camera, which will have your hand and the GoPro in it as well. That's some major props right there, sir.
Are you talking to somebody online?
Yes, I am.
Okay, would you mind if I ask who you're talking to?
Oh, I'm not sure who they are now. They say that they're Matt Rife, though.
What?
Another Jurassic Park reaction we got there from the folks at home. David and Drew are hopped up on that coffee, it seems. Hey man, they made a huge discovery. 2 girls getting catfished by one Matt Rife. This is really, really a huge turn of events. And what's gonna happen to the Matt Rife catfish saga right now?
Also under the belief that she's talking to Matt Rife.
Right, and I was under the belief that she was one of his co-workers.
It's the same ring.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, Nancy hits you with the fuck me, which is something that Matt Rife won't do, but oh god. Why do old people believe this stuff? Like, does it make sense? Do they not believe in lies? Was lies not invented back then or something? Someone could say, yes, Nancy, 71-year-old, is my co-worker. We work together. She writes the jokes, I tell them. She writes those classic bangers about Gen Z because she knows so much about them, and I just tell them. What kind of co-worker would that be, dude?
You know, it just seems like extremely cruel what they're doing.
It is cruel. It's horrible. But it's part of, like, you know, the food chain, right? Like, somewhere down in Nigeria where they started scamming people, someone decided, I'm going to put this hook and line out there. And an American person was like, yes. Your name is Megan Fox, huh? All right, I'm going to give you some money. I don't know where it comes from, especially with the celebrities, because that's the easiest one for me to be like, they have money. They don't need the gift cards. But it feels like people are just playing on other people's emotions, and I just don't know. It is very sad, but at the same time, like, if you're going to be using the internet, you should be, like, at least have knowledge of the easy things that people might be able to get. Like, I think we really do need to have some sort of literacy thing for the internet here.
I don't know how many years I have. I may have 10. I may have 30.
30? Which is the age of your husband, Matt Rife. You'll be 100, he'll be 60. That'll be so fun when you're triple digits. Triple digits, man. The birthday cake don't go that high. They only have it up to 99. Come on, man. In a very real moment, Nancy thanks her daughter and is like, thank you for helping me to free me from the Rife life. And I don't want to be part of it anymore. So she's finally freed from Matt Rife and / the scammer who has been trying to take her for her money. She can go on into a merry sunset. She also uses her last 5 minutes to make things extremely awkward for the catfish crew by explaining that her credit score sucks and expecting them to work magic and somehow restore that. And David and everyone just looks there and they're like,
I mean, I've had like almost 900 credit all of my life, and it's down in the 600s, and I'm just sick. You know, because there's nothing I can do to fix it.
Yeah. That's hilarious, that scene. Like, just watching David be like, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave, Nancy. See you later. See you and your shitty credit later. So Nancy has said that she's going to stop. She's like, okay, definitive proof this is not Matt Rife. I don't want that Matt Rife life. I'm going to move on. I'm 71. I can't keep doing this. My credit sucks. And she's like, I'll never give him money again. The next day, Brie gets a call and her face says it all. Like, Nancy's giving money to the Matt Rife that she knows is fake.
So Amanda shared with me that Nancy is still sending money.
This is crazy.
Drew uses, he didn't just say crazy, he hit the crazy. You know that's bad when Drew hits that one. Whenever Drew starts turning from, like, you know, black to white, then this is crazy, y'all. And it's like, oh no, we're in bad territory.
And she just spends all day on the phone with him. Again, she's doing the same thing.
This is actually
crazy.
Nuts.
Oh, sorry. Nuts. Where did he pick up these phrases? Why is he saying it like that? Drew just went like he like had a book of like a white side. This is whack. This is, oh my God. Oh, shucks.
He didn't tell me really anything. He just said he needed $400 in Apple cards, so I went and got them.
And you know she went to a different Apple store too because the current Apple store is like no more Nancy's. That's tough. So everyone's pretty disappointed, including myself. Like I thought Nancy actually, she took time to say thank you to her daughter and everything. The Catfish team flew out there to try and help her. That's a kick in the nuts, as Drew would say.
If you're getting him gift cards, he's just taking the money and he's moving it to other people so they can eventually put it in crypto for him. It's not Matt Rife. Matt Rife's not involved in money laundering and fraud.
We don't know that though. We don't say something like that, right?
Thanks, Bree.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
I mean, this is something that Amanda's gonna have to deal with.
And that's kind of the end of the episode. Let me read what it says. After our investigation, we attempted to send an IP tracker to the scammer through Michelle, but unfortunately they never clicked the link. We believe Nancy may have warned the scammer about our involvement, hampering down our ability to track them down. Despite everything, Nancy is still in contact with the scammer and has sent even more money. Meanwhile, Amanda continues to fight for her mom. She recently sent this message to Bree. Thanks, Bree. I'm waiting for an adult protective services to call me back since this will be our third time contacting them. I'm hoping they will figure out how to help me. I really want to give up. I just don't want to have any regrets. I feel very sorry for the daughter. And you know what? In a lot of the cases that we're seeing now, the children are the ones who are really suffering. So my thoughts really do go out to Nancy's daughter. I feel very sorry for you. The other person I feel sorry for is Matt Rife, because people have said things like he's funny. So I don't know about, I'm not sure yet about that. The verdict is out. But also, I'm very interested to see who else will get catfished when it comes to celebrities. My favorite has still been Chris Brown. I don't think I can ever get over someone thinking that they saw their husband at the show and then put them in like the 50th row. I don't think there's something as funny as that. But whenever people get this delulu to think that the person that they're dating is someone who is A-list celebrity, there's certainly something to be said. And although I feel sorry that it happens to so many people, at the same time, when it comes to celebrities, I feel like at some point, that's all I can say about that. Thank you so much for watching. It made me feel better to be in your guys' company. So I don't know how to say thank you sometimes, but thanks. This really did help distract me. Tomorrow I'll be back onto it, and I hope to see you very soon. Also, keep in mind this collab thing with Catfish. It might happen very soon. So ask more. Ask me on Instagram. I'll tell you about if you ask. Thanks. Bye-bye.